Hello and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. My name's Tom, and here we are in our wonderful, fine city. First off, I've had a few suggestions for some names off James Richardson. So he thinks that we should stick with the biscuit theme. So we will return the name to Biscuitville. Really, Fishsticksville as a name, I mean, in a moment of madness, was a little bit of one of those things. So, some naming suggestions. The primary school, which we have somewhere around and about. Oh, whoops, fingers on the wrong keys. Here we are. The name St. Garibaldi's was posited as a better suggestion, which I quite like, so we can do that. So now we've got St. Garibaldi's primary school. It's operating normally, 115 out of 300 students. Now the medical clinic, the Hobnob Medical Clinic, was another one of James Richardson's suggestions, which I like, so there we are. And then the fire station. Now, wherever we put that, let's have a look. Whoops. Fire station, we just popped down here. Okay. The Rich Tea Fire Station. I like that. I should imagine that the fire officers of this fair station are all munching away on some nice rich tea biscuits, helping them to get the job done, keep the fires at bay in our city of somewhat chaos when it comes to fires. People just generally walk around with cans of petrol and lit cigarettes and stuff like that. So we'll just let them do that, I suppose. And the police station, which we should have opposite, let's call this the Ginger Nut Police Station, because I feel like that's an appropriate name for a police station. Well, I think we could do better than that, actually. The Ginger Nut Lockup, I think we should call it, actually. Keep all the ginger nuts of the city at bay. So here we are in Biscuitville. We've got some names going on. We've got a few more things which need naming as well. So if we had St. Garibaldi's primary school, I think we're going to call this one the Pink Wafer Primary School. Because pink wafers are awesome. And then what are we going to call this fire station? The Custard Cream Fire Station. We'll call it that. Another police station. The Ginger Nut Lock Up 2, we'll call that one, because that's an original name. And I think we're all set then. We've got the cemetery, we've got the old dead bank. I mean, we'll call this one the Bourbon Addicts Resting Place. Oh, we can't. The Bourbon Addict. We'll just call it the Bourbon Addict Resting Place. Because we all know what happens when you eat too many Bourbons, don't we? I eat too many Bourbons. That's an actual fact. Never mind. So let's hit resume, jump straight back in, and have a look at what we've got going on. So last time I believe that I upgraded this roundabout to a highway, so hopefully that should future-proof us for some major traffic in the future. This whole area here, I mean, we've got zones now, so we could probably start to zone these areas. So we will do. Obviously the roundabout is its own area. This industrial part is going to be something. I haven't quite worked out what it's going to be yet. Now let's start with this. This has got to be the party ring, I think. The party ring where all the traffic comes into the city. It has to pass through the party ring to start off with. The party ring, let's look at some policies. I mean, I definitely think recreational use should be applied. Recycling is good as well. We don't want people to be educated, and also smoke detector distribution. I think that's really important that we get those 4 real key policies in the party ring. Make sure that everybody's always partying, but also make sure that they recycle their bottles after they've been partying. So we'll come back to this area at a later date and really jazz it up, I think, with a few trees and stuff like that. But for now, we better name this. I think we should call this the what should we call this one? So we've done rich tea, we've done bourbons, custard creams, gingers. What else do we like? I don't really know. This is getting difficult. I mean, we've really exhausted the biscuits. Let's call this the squashed fly biscuit driver. So we'll call it squash fly biscuit drive. That one, that'll do us. Oh, I didn't press enter. Squashed fly biscuit drive. There we are, done. And then we will call this one over here. What should we call this one? The digestive. Let's call it the digestive system. The digestive system. Let's call it that. We're just going to call it that. It's going to be simply it. They're low on jobs, but there is loads and loads of space over here for residential. So let's just get in here and populate the hell out of all of that. Right in the middle here, all around here, right down to the road. Let's get it all filled up with some sweet houses. Full of just stupid working class people. Let's just get them right packed in. And I suppose we better give this an area too, right up to the border of the river that runs down the centre of our city. Obviously, this is going to be something in itself. So this better be. We'll call this one the. Why can't I type there? Come on. We'll call it the nice biscuit. I'll tell you what. We'll just call it nice. No, we won't. We'll call it Niceville. I'm going to call that Niceville, and then we're going to call this. This one's going to be the Jammy Dodger, which isn't quite as as mad as the party ring, but it's still pretty playful and still pretty exciting. Anyway, we've got houses moving in. The high residence, yes. Now that is where all the weed is being smoked. I mean, just look at this. They have literally a weed bed on their rooftop. That's pretty fantastic, if you ask me. Pretty damn fantastic. People moving in. We've got not enough educated workers in this low density commercial building. I'm afraid they might just have to lump it for now, because we're doing the best we can with education. We've got outstanding education, primary education. We've got pretty good high school education. Obviously, we have no universities unlocked yet, so I'm afraid people are just gonna have to wait for that. What else have we got going on? We haven't got a lot of stuff going on, really, which is nice. Nice, we can just sit back and enjoy the city. I just remembered that I've got an incredibly squeaky desk chair, but never mind about that. Student woes, student problems. So we can actually build a bus station. Now it costs £30,000. I mean, the people of our city, they haven't really done anything extraordinary yet. I don't feel, anyway. I don't feel like they've really gone above the call of duty to create an amazing city. So I just don't feel comfortable rewarding them with balloons. Balloons? Well, balloons as well, but buses mainly. That's kind of what I meant to say, but I said balloons. Balloons on the mind, you see. I'm going to build them a basketball court, though. I feel they've done that much good that I can build them a basketball court. Is it basketball court? Yeah. So there we are, loads and loads of happy houses. We go down, we see there's already people playing basketball. Nice hoop skills, mate. I mean, she is really just cheering the hell on. He's dribbling it. Oh my god, he's actually dribbling it. I never realised they physically play basketball on these courts. The animation's just brilliant. Oh, and he's passed. Oh, and a slam dunk. Oh, take the walk of shame, mate. Take the walk of shame. I mean, don't pass it back to him. You're playing against him. For God's sake. I really don't understand the sport of basketball. Understand what the hell's going on, so I cannot commentate on basketball. I think we'll leave them to it. I think we'll go back to the Bouncy Castle dog park over here. I mean, which is just filled up with people. Jesus Christ, there are so many people. Why is there so many people? There's dogs as well. And this bouncy castle is like so full it's just going to burst. 45 visitors in the last week. Look at it, it's just wobbling about like mad. It's just going to explode in some just sea of people if we're not careful. The dog park, however, only 27 people in the last week, so I suppose that's not too bad. Bad. Generally seems pretty quiet at the minute. But yeah, that's what's cracking off. Loads of people want industry. There's a building that's been abandoned over here. The pharmacy. Well, we better get rid of that then. I mean, they clearly just didn't have what it takes to make it as a business in Biscuitville. I'm just looking, sorry. Drugstore 2.0 has really come on, leaps and bounds, and M&H Clothing has opened up its very first brand in its very first store in Biscuitville, and I mean, just look at it. It's it's magnificent. It's brilliant. So people want more industry. Well, that may be something we can satisfy. So we do love satisfying the needs of our dwellers of Biscuitville. So let's get on and fill up some of this area with a little bit of the industry. We'll fill in all the blanks with the water. Encourage some of that growth. There we are. Some demand for residential, for commercial as well. So I think we should maybe think about putting some along the front here. Just lining our main high streets with this lovely commercial zone with vast areas of residential still unpopulated. Another building has gone into the drink. Down into the red. No sign of recovery, so we will just get rid of them. Travis Wilson, a resident at the Butler residence here. He's got a bit of a prime location, just right next to the busy corner shop, the drugstore 2.0, and the organic food shop. I mean, he's set up for life, really. M&H Clothing occupy the majority of this street with two great big stores just right opposite the road. I mean, what would be cool if they built a bridge across as well? That would be pretty damn epic. Maybe that's on the cards for the next renovation. But yeah, they are booming in Biscuitville. The Butler residence is just upgraded. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet upgrade now. I mean, flipping Travis Wilson doesn't have anywhere to park his SUV, so he's just going to park it down the side of the road probably and clog up the road even more. But on the plus side, he's got one hell of a sweet new house with this like table outside and a satellite dish and some sort of massive tree that's growing through the house. I mean, that just must be an architectural feature, I suppose. Maybe it had a preservation order on it or something. I don't know. I don't keep up to date with these things. Maybe I should. Anyway, down here in Niceville, in South Niceville, I don't know which way is north anymore actually. Let's just say this is south down in South Niceville even. Down in South Niceville, things are really starting to take shape. The land is being populated. Our playground here has got 9 visitors each week. And it looks like they're having a pretty good time. They've got these sort of awesome slide things in the middle. 2 swings. They've got these seesaws here. A sand pit. That is every kid's dream, isn't it? Just a sand pit. Just roll about in the sand. Pretend you're at the beach. Maybe sip a gin and tonic or a nice cool one. Just really have a great time. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Look at that. We zoom out, we're looking pretty good. We've got some landmark buildings that we obviously can't place because we don't have any money. Parks are pretty good. No buses yet. It's effort buses. Education's good. Both types of education. Crime rate 7%. I'm happy with that. Fire safety is average. Probably could do with another fire station up here somewhere. We'll have to call that the Rocky Road Community Fire Station. Or maybe it's not the Rocky Road Fire Station. I'll just call it that. Can't fit community on, never mind. Let's just stick an adjoining road somewhere in here. Sorry mate, but then that just means that we get a nice flow of traffic. We'll see whether that's a good thing or not. So we can see here already that there's some busy traffic on this bit of road here. It's, you know, it's not perfect, but it's by no means terrible. The old box factory's on fire again. Somebody just walking around with a flamethrower. I mean, Jesus, that is really going some now. The firefighters are just diving in there, saving all the boxes they can. I mean, you haven't really... He just came up and just parked over this guy's hose, if you pardon the double entendre. And there we are, it's out. Good job, lads. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Stay frosty. Bye bye. There we are. Square packages can. Oh, Square packages can be back in business in no time. This guy with his awesome car. It's really quite high on emissions. Maybe that's the issue. This guy with the VW didn't realise quite how high his emissions were, and it just set the whole place on fire. But never mind, it's operating normally again now, so all's well. This tractor, it's importing agricultural products to Goods Unlimited. Just close that. Whoops. That's all good. That's all good. We've got the Rocky Road Fire Station there doing its job, keeping the fires at bay. We've got police car patrolling the area, making sure that there's no crims about from the ginger nut lockup. There we are. Making sure that there's no dodgy trading going on in the industry part of our city. The digestive system, as we called it. We've got the Jammy Dodger. I mean, traffic's flowing pretty damn fine around the Jammy Dodger. Pleased with that. Pleased with that. Apart from that, the city's looking pretty fair. So, we've got a little bit of demand for residential, some demand for industrial, a little bit of demand for commercial. And tune in next time to see how we satisfy those demands. You see what I did there? Leave it on a cliffhanger. No, it's rubbish. It's a city building game. There's no cliffhangers, is there? Not just at the minute. Not just at the minute. Not until we have traffic apocalypses, anyway. Which I look forward to very much, and I look forward to sharing that experience with you. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.